Here I am in Stonehaven, and I don't know if you can see me or if you can see the town lights behind me there, but I've just come down here this morning to get a blue hour shot overlooking Stonehaven harbour. Blue hour is that twilighty time just before sunrise or just after sunset, and today I've gone for before sunrise for some reason. What you're going to get is the blend of the artificial lights in the town with the sort of twilighty light that you can see coming from the pre-sunrise up over there behind me, and that soft glow from the horizon there is just going to kind of blend with the artificial lights, and we'll get a nice mix in the shot. Don't know if you can see that, but that's the shot that I've just taken. It's f8 30 seconds and ISO 64, and that's my first shot really, and I've kind of got that, so I'm gonna wait now for the scene to develop. Actually, in the meantime, let's have a look through the camera and I'll show you what I'm looking at. Well, this is my view through the camera, and that's my 24-70 and now at 24mm, and the scene fits perfectly. I get a slightly wider view with my photography view than with the video view from this camera, and as you can see, the scene is very still. I don't know if you can hear those birds singing. The sea is very still, and there's not a cloud in the sky, so everything is blending really well at the moment. So you can see it's a bit brighter already. It's just a few minutes that have passed now, and things are it's slightly different than they were. It's a little bit brighter, but f10 30 seconds and ISO 64. So I always just shoot with a low ISO when I'm shooting landscape photography, because lowest ISO gives you the chance to have the best quality image in terms of noise or graininess in the image. It means you have to have a longer shutter speed, but with landscape photography most of the time you can have a longer shutter speed, and if you do need to manipulate that shutter speed a little bit, you can obviously move the ISO around. F10, F11, F13, somewhere in that zone is a sharp place for that particular lens to be. That's the Nikon 24-70 lens, and I'm shooting with a Nikon D810. No filters at the moment, there's no need just now, we might get to that later on. Well, I've decided to go and have a look for another spot, because a blue hour moment has just kind of passed. Yeah, if I can get down this road a little bit, I think I can push that annoying tree out of the shot. So it's worth just having a little look down here. And here's a spot. Right, here's where we're at, and you can see now that tree is on the bottom right down here. And it's in a much better position, and it makes me wonder why I didn't check out a different angle when I got here, but there you go, that's me. So yeah, with the ND grad in the top, that's a graduated filter which just filters a part of the image, and you can see it coming down over the sky, and I can angle that a bit, but that's more or less where I want it. You can just see what that's doing, so that's kind of where I want it, just to contain the sky a bit. It just kind of brings the brightness of the sky down a little bit, because quite often the sky can be much brighter, especially when there's not sort of any cloud cover. One thing I'm doing today is I'm using the mirror lockup mode, and if you have an SLR camera, there's a mirror inside the camera body which clunks up and down when you take the picture. It introduces movement into the camera body, so you can lift the mirror first before you take the picture. So the first press of the button is to lift the mirror, and the second press now takes the photograph, and it allows the photo to start being taken without that clunk of the big heavy mirror going up. So that's just an extra way to help introduce stability to your picture. Anyway, let's have a look at this. It's coming together here. Photo settings are now 4 seconds at f11 with ISO 64. I'll just start another one. It's visibly getting brighter as I speak, so let me try that now at 2.5 seconds. And we'll see how that comes in. So that looks okay. So I'm just going to keep working. Well, I'm starting to think that we're done here, because the sun's coming up, but there's a big old cloud on the horizon. I don't know if you can see it. And that's going to really block the sort of direct warm light from the sunrise. And let me show you the picture that I've just taken. If you can't see that, I'll put it on the screen in the video. And this is the picture that I took when we just got here before sunrise. So there's a much stronger image, as you can see, and compared to that, these ones look really sort of peely-wally. So that could be it for now. Stonehaven's one of my favourite places in the world, really. The beach is great, the harbour's great. At this point up here, there's Dunotter Castle. So I'm in a happy place this morning. You know, it's always a bit of a drag to get out of bed to do these kind of early shoots. To me, it's worth it. I mean, if you're a bit stressed or a bit tired, you can get out and about and do some landscape photography. It just lifts the mood. But whether it jumps in the camera or whether you have to wrestle it, this is just really good for you. You get the camera in your hand, you're doing something creative, you're completely immersed mentally, you're looking, you're thinking, physical. Now look at me, walking up this very, very slight hill. Well, the sunrise that I've been waiting for has finally come, and it's a great view over the town. Look at that. But for the scene that we're looking at, it's not really working. It's lighting up that far away bit, but not the marina down here, so it's just not going to work for me today. Maybe another later in the year when the sun comes up a bit more, you know, perpendicular to the harbour, that might be a better spot. I think that's it for me for just now. Nice to get here early, hear the birds singing. It's not too cold or too windy today. Just had my game plan this morning to get here in the blue hour and shoot that twilighty kind of shot, and that worked really, really well for me. So I'm quite chuffed about that. Overall, just a really, really pleasant experience. If you want to find out more about what I do with photography, tuition, tours and safaris, check out my website, grahamdargie.com. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you out there. Take care.